Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here and I'm filming a little bit of a different video for you guys. So I was tagged by Brandi over at Planned Life with B to do a YNAB tag. And this tag video was actually created by, give me 1 second, I have notes here. Um, Budget with Neve, and I hope I'm saying your channel and your name correctly. But she created it, and then I was tagged by Brandi. And so it's basically 13 questions about YNAB. And so the first question is, how did you discover YNAB? So, um, for me, I was originally a cash envelope budgeter, and I had very plain dollar store envelopes. I didn't have the fancy ones. I started a while ago. I started probably back in 2015. I'm not sure that people were even making these um, types of budgeting videos back then, but I had, so I was a cash budgeter and I was just getting burnt out with the back and forth to the bank. I would have to go, that we would get paid, I have to go take the money out, then we'd I would spend money, I have to put it back in, and then all the manual tracking that of all the different envelopes and the stuffing and counting all the money. I was just like, it was working. It was working. We were seeing, definite progress, but it was just, I was like, okay, there's got to be a way that we can automate this a little bit more. And I just went and started researching on YouTube. I went on YouTube and I started looking to see if there was some kind of app or software or whatever to use. And I came across Nick True from Mapped Out Money's channel. And he uh, basically has a whole bunch of videos on how to use YNAB. And I think they're fantastic. I haven't watched um, some of the newer ones recently, but um yeah, I watched it and I just clicked. I just saw the path forward when I saw his video. Um, the second question is, what made you actually sign up and commit? And it was his video in particular on multiple bank accounts, and the older one back, you figure maybe 2020, 2021, somewhere like that. He had a video on multiple bank accounts, and I already had multiple bank accounts. I had a bank account that our bills were being auto paid out of. I had a bank account that our income was coming into. I had a savings account. Some of the kids had their savings accounts. Like, I'd already had multiple accounts, so I was like, it made the most sense to me because I could just open up one account and put all the sinking funds in. So hence the sinking fund account that you see, that's basically all those envelopes that I had that I was cash stuffing. And so I just could see my system working with YNAB. And so that's what made me commit. Uh, Question number 3, how long have you been using YNAB? I looked on YNAB. I've been on YNAB, it says, since March of 2022. I think it's really February because you get the free month. But yeah, so I've been on YNAB for 4 years now. How has YNAB changed your relationship with money is question number 4. I'm looking at my notes. Um, Having yeah, sorry. How has YNAB changed your relationship with money? I think it actually helped give us more flexibility because before we were more rigid with, okay, this money is in this envelope and this money is in this envelope, and we were a little more strict, which I mean, I guess it has its pros and its cons. It kept us in a stricter, tighter budget, but we also it didn't allow for uh too much fun. There was a little bit of fear around taking money out of the envelope to put into something else because we didn't have like a big picture view. But with YNAB, you have that whole picture of where all the money is and where there's extra and where there's not enough, like not enough. And so it actually helped us to be a little bit more flexible with our money. And the other thing, which may not be for everyone, is that it allowed us to use credit cards again because we had been credit card free for about 10 years before we started using YNAB. And we started using credit cards again because my daughter was traveling for cheer and we figured let's just give it a go. At that point, though, we had a fully funded emergency fund. We felt comfortable that we could try it at least, and we've been successful with it so far. So, um, it does allow us to capitalize on those points. It gave us free flights to Florida, and it got my husband and my daughter to the UK. So, I can't complain, with that. So yeah, that it like my real relationship changed with money when we sent my oldest to college. I think I said this in an older video, but my oldest is not from my husband, and so we got a front row seat to what it was going to look like to send my son to college, but we were very fortunate that his dad had saved money, and so I was like, we are going to be in so much debt if we don't change our ways and if we don't like shift what we're doing. And my husband and I both read Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, and that really was the real pivotal point for us in changing our relationship, if I'm being honest. But why not definitely allowed us a little bit more freedom, which I like. Um, Number five, how many categories do you have altogether? Oh boy, this is bad. So I actually have 134 categories. Uh, it's a lot of categories. If you watch, I have like a whole list of different car ones because my husband, I asked him to give me this list of what, the cars would cost, like rough estimates of things. And he gave it to me all broken out. And I was like, if I lump this into one category called car maintenance, and because he would be the one spending from it the most, and like, let's say he did a repair, and then he's like, oh, but I need tires. And like, I just said, I'm separating it all out. This is the way he gave it to me, so this is why I'm putting it in. And that's what I did. Um, but yeah, and then we have seven, that's across seven category groups. So all of our category groups are actually bank accounts, with the exception of one, which is called no longer needed. And it's just stuff that we're categories that we're not using anymore. But I don't delete them because they have like all the reports and data um, behind them. I'm sorry about my glasses, but if I don't keep them on, I'm not going to be able to read my notes over here. And I hate the reflection. But yeah, so um and I like the bank accounts because as category groups, because then you can actually see where on the category group line it'll give you a total for that category group, and that total should match your bank account if you do it that way, which is kind of what I liked because then I can know if like it makes it easier to reconcile and know if like the accounts are right and I'm not missing something somewhere. But yeah, so let's see, that was number five. Number six says which category gets the most spending each month? Definitely groceries and restaurants. I mean, my mortgage is high, but there's not much I can do about that. It's mostly taxes. Yeah, when we bought our house, it was taxes were like $3,500 a year, and now our taxes are like $15,000 a year. It's insane. But other than the mortgage, which is what it is, our groceries and our restaurant line are over the top. I know it's both. I know that it's a little lifestyle creep, but it's definitely also inflation. But anyways, yeah, that's the one that's the most. Let's see, what's your most unusual or an unexpected category? I don't think I really have one. Um, there are a few, like you pretty much see all the categories I have. The only few that you don't see, obviously you don't see like some of our savings, like the retirement, actual retirement accounts and kids' college accounts that I have linked and that kind of stuff. But the only other ones that we have are reimbursement accounts. Like we'll have a line for if my husband has to buy stuff for work and get reimbursed. We have a line for um some the kids if they want to buy something online and then give us the money back, like reimbursement accounts. But yeah, I don't think we really have anything unusual. um the next question is, which of the five YNAB rules is your favorite and why? Okay. And they've since updated this to five questions rather than rules. Um, so I have to say, when I first, like I said, started with YNAB, I kind of like glanced at all that stuff and it didn't, I already like saw my path forward with Nick True's video and I was like, yeah, okay. It's probably terrible, but what? That's what I did. Um, but I went back and I did look at the questions that they have now. And the two, I picked two. I know you're supposed to pick your favorite, but um, what the one question I picked was, what goals, large or small, do I want to prioritize? Um, I do like that one because obviously I look at a budget as not trying to be restrictive, but trying to help you reach the bigger goals that you want to reach. So yeah, so I liked that question. And then the other one, I struggle with this one, but the other one I picked was, what changes do I need to make, if any? And I'm the one that's in YNAB every day. My husband, not so much. I'm in the weeds with it. I'm always thinking, like, can I change this? Can I change that? What if we did this? Like, I always think like that. But the thing is that um they would be big changes and I really would have to like sit down with my husband and go through the whole thing with him, and like finding the time to actually sit down right now and go through it all is really challenging. And the truth is, the math isn't there to do what I really want to do. The numbers aren't there and I know they're not. So I think that's also why I don't push the issue, because I know the math really isn't mathing. So rather than like dragging my husband and saying, "Sit down and let's look at this," and go through it, because what I would love to do is invert my budget. I would love to take all the money and put all the money to our savings goals first and fully fund them first and live off the difference. That's what I would really love to do. But that math will not math. So, but yeah, I feel like I struggle with sitting down and making bigger changes, which I really should do, but I don't. But anyway, so that one resonated with me. The what changes do I need to make? Let's see. Question number 9. Are you a month ahead? And if so, by how much? Okay, so I am a month ahead. It really depends on how you calculate a month ahead. If you do it by paycheck, Uh, I mean, I'm a month ahead no matter what, but like it's also relative to how you calculate it because I calculate it by paycheck. That's what I think of when I think of month ahead. Um, but I mean, we also have our emergency fund and we also have a little bit of cushion in each of the checking accounts. So as far as how far ahead are we, I in my mind say 1 month because I think of it in terms of paychecks. But if you count all of that, then we're probably about 6 months. We have about 6 months. Um, so, but I think when it comes to month ahead, I really think in terms of paychecks. So, let's see, what's the next question? What's currently on your wish farm? Again, guys, I don't do the wish farm thing. Um, My kids, like, so I said, it's funny, I set up budgets for my kids. They have their own budgets in YNAB, and they kind of have the wish farm. They don't call it the wish farm, but I'm like, well, what is your bucket list? What are the big things that you want on there? And I do that kind of with them because they don't really have bills per se yet and stuff. So they have like a little bit more. leisure in there and stuff like that. And I feel like it's a fun way to introduce them to budgeting. But as far as it goes in our budget, we really don't have wish farm. We have, like, my husband has a personal spending line and I have a personal spending line. We don't budget out of our paychecks from that. We'll use gift money for and just put it in there, and then as we find things that we want, we will buy them. Like, I usually buy books. My husband usually buys TV subscriptions and car stuff. But anyway, yeah, we really don't have a wish farm. We really mostly focus on our bigger goals. It says, what is the age? Oh no, what's your most ambitious savings goal right now? Sorry about the dogs, guys. So you guys know, if you're here and you've seen my channel and my videos before, we have three that we're working on. We are working on fully funding a Roth IRA for both my husband and myself. It's actually the only tax advantage savings that we have. Neither one of us have 401k options or anything else, so it's the only one, which is not good. We would like to have another option, but we don't at the moment. So we're working on fully funding Roths for both of us, and we're working on fully funding my son's college. Uh, and we are also working on saving uh money to move. So, like, basically a down payment slash moving expenses to transition to the next house from this house. And then the next question is, what is the age of your age of money number? What is your age of money number? So I never understood this either, but I'm probably a bad spokesperson for YNAB. Forget your rules, I'm doing my own. No. According to YNAB, it says my age of money number is 627 days. But I have no clue how they come up with this number one. And number two, we have a retirement linked. We have our kids' college linked. So they're like, it's not an accurate number because that's not necessarily money that we would be pulling from or using, or like, I don't even understand it, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that number. I just know, like, we have our emergency fund. We're a month ahead paycheck wise. I'm good. Um, who do I want to tag next in this video? So had to do a little research to see who was already tagged. But then whoops, I thought about it and I picked 5 channels that are relatively small channels, so maybe they can use some love, guys. I'm sure they could use some love. So we have Selena, uh Debt is Dumb. We have Alrighty, guys. So I ran out of storage. So I was just telling you who I was tagging in this YNAB tag. So, um, I am tagging Selena at Debt is Dumb, Budget with Tiffany, STEM Girl Budgeting, Mishra Monique, and Mia from Scrubs and Savings. So I will have their channels tagged down below. So definitely go check their channels out and show them some love. And I will also list a bunch of other YNAB channels that I also follow. But I mean, I don't want to tag too many in the actual challenge because I feel like this will leave room for other people to tag other people. So guys, yeah, I just want to thank Brandi for tagging me in this. This was fun. It took me a little bit out of my element. But yeah, thank you, Brandi. And that is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.